The poor production values in this week's video were brought to you by an 8-week-old child and our new sponsors, lack of time and lack of sleep. Thanks for watching.
Cans. We're going to talk about cans.
This is not going to be a cheap thing to do. Cans look cool, they are funky, they are kind of interesting, they have long shelf lives, depending on how your product is made and pasteurization and preservation and the bits and pieces, but they're kind of fun. Problem is, you need to produce 100,000 plus to get a cheap price. Normally about 150,000. Not cheap. And we can put it in the right direction if you need to do that. So, what do you have to do to get your product into a can? First of all, you have to decide whether you're going to make 100,000 or what this little video is going to focus on is whether you're going to use a small canner. There are a number of them around. We haven't had a great deal of experience with any of them. We've not used any of them. We have been in contact with, I think, all of them at some point though. So if you're watching, guys, hello again. What you need to do if you want to have a product in a can is to do something first. You need to produce a product. The canner doesn't do that. The canner is mobile. They will put your product that you have already chilled and carbonated into a can. So the first thing you need to do is have a product. The second thing you need to do is chill that product and blend it down into make it what it needs to be, and then you need to carbonate it. So you need to have somebody with systems, tanks, blending, chilling and carbonating before you can go to a canner. Now if only you knew somebody, hint hint, that could do all that for you. Well, we can, and that's not a pun. Maybe it is, who knows. A small-scale canning operation is not a way of getting a product to market cheaply. So before you decide that canning is the cure for all your woes, look at it, price it up. You're talking something in the region of anywhere between 50 and 80 pence per unit, generally speaking. Anywhere between 200 and 1,000 cans an hour is your maximum. These are small, expensive but small lines that will be mobile, that will fit in the back of a van, and that will either be wheeled out or operated from the back of a van. Somebody will take a can like this, they will, and it's a plain can, you need to apply a label to it, something like this. This is quite a nice little label. You can see it is definitely a label. It's not printing on the can. You need to be talking about 100,000 plus units to get them printed. They will fill it, and then they will apply a seam and a lid here and turn it into a fully pressurized can. Now this can isn't pressurized, it has no product in it. Can you see? It flexes. That is not good for your product. So any product that is going into a can is not going to be still. It'll either need to be nitrogenated or carbonated or something, because you need to have some internal pressure. That is not optional. It is what is needed to be done. Cans need pressure. You don't get a lot of shape options. That is pretty much the shape that you will be able to have when you start off canning. People say they can do slimline cans, etc. Yet to find anyone that can or will do. You want something cool and funky like this beautiful little can, this slimline 330? Well, you can't have it. Don't even bother. It doesn't exist. So it's not the cure-all. It's cool, but it is kind of fun. So have a think about it. Do your pricing, but you're going to be thinking about selling a can for at least £1 if you want to make any money off of it. So hope that's useful. That is canning. Not cheap, but could potentially be useful and interesting as long as you use it as a scaling exercise to scale up. Don't use it as the be-all and end-all. That's the physicist, Jonathan. Signing off.